house. You might hear dogs barking and stuff like that. Coming on a tiny bit late today because we're just getting situated in the new house. But what I wanted to talk about today, you guys, is speaking life and plants. Okay, this is a weird one, but it's very, very true, right? So like on Mondays, I like to talk about mindset related stuff, and sometimes it slips into a little bit further in the week, but today I definitely want to talk about it. And it's because this one, isolated situation is so bizarre, but it's so real that I have to share it with you guys because it's just a microcosm of what we can do in our worlds, right? And so I used to be, hey Carrie, I see you there. I used to be somebody who killed plants. If you're also somebody who killed plants, let me know. I used to love, like whenever I would go to people's houses that had plants and they had them everywhere, I would walk in and just be like, oh, I love it here, right? Like it feels so good, and I just love being in a room with plants, but it was never something that I could do myself. And that is something that it was a belief that I had. I believed it so much, and I continued to tell it to myself over and over and over again, guys. I kill plants, I kill plants, I kill plants. And for sure, I did. Like as soon as I would get a plant, I would bring it home, and even if I watered it, right? Even if I gave it sun and watered it, it would still die. Here's the thing. Somebody sent me a plant for Christmas last year, and I was like, that's probably the worst gift you could ever get me. Here's something for you to kill. I joked about it at the time, but then also I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn over a new proverbial leaf, and I'm going to keep this plant alive. And not only am I going to keep it alive, but I'm going to grow this plant. And to me, it sounds so weird, right? Like, why do you think you can do that now? But I chose, right? I chose to do it. And so the plant now, if you were to see it, it's growing, it's thriving. It's like 3 times as big as it was whenever I first got it. I water it, I give it light. The most important thing is I speak life over it, right? And it's not like, I don't go up to it and say, hey, little plant, you're going to grow big and strong and that sort of thing. Although I'm not saying that that's not a thing that would be helpful, but that's not what I did. I spoke life over me. I spoke life over me as somebody that grows plants. I was like, I am going to grow this plant. I am going to be able to do this. And so this sounds totally weird, and I know that it sounds totally weird, but we speak life or we speak death. Right? In every situation, and it's over ourselves, it's over the people around us. It's just, this is a microcosm and an explanation of that, I suppose. And so when I told myself I'm going to be growing this plant, not only did I turn into somebody that grows plants, but plants are alive too. And I think that there's in some way, this totally sounds weird, but I feel like in some way the plant knew I was going to take care of it, right? So it didn't approach the situation like it was going to die. Whereas before it was like, I'm going to water you, but I kill plants, There's so much to unpack inside of this mysterious world of speaking life and speaking death. And there's a lot of, psychological things, like I said, that we can unpack about it, all of it being biblical, by the way. But there's so many psychological pieces of it that we can unpack that you can really do that on your own time. But really, I think the fast and the easy button is just know it. Just know it. Just know that you're speaking life or you're speaking death over yourself at any given time. So my plant is no longer, it never even got close to dying. It never was even failing at all. It's just growing and thriving. And now, you guys, I have 6 plants in my house, And today I'll go get some more plants. This house is going to be full of plants. And that is who I am now. Like, I am now crazy plant lady, which I'm totally okay with, because I love plants. I love them. And now I grow them and I help them thrive and all of that, right? And so my challenge to you is to think about, what is it in your world today that you've been telling yourself, maybe forever, that you can't do? What's the thing that you've been defining yourself as? A person that doesn't X, Y, Z, or a person that fails at X, Y, and Z. What is that thing? And reimagine it as the truth, which is that you made that choice at one point, and now let's make a new choice. What is your choice today? You know what I'm saying? So that is what we are doing today, you guys. Speaking life and plants. I love you guys. I'm popping out of here. See you later.